Thanks, everyone. Good afternoon. This is Kimberly, also known as Wyrd Kim. I am joined with CJ and Tessa today of Lincoln, Ink and Lyre, not Lincoln Ire. That'd be something completely different. So, everyone watching, we are without a max at this point, but we're not going to let us stop us. Do either of you want a refresher on where we left off? Do you want to say it, or do you want me to present it?
Well, I do remember a lot of what happened, although specific names escape me because I'm still trying to locate where Maeve's journal is. But we met, we met a lovely person who we had a nice dinner with. I remember the dinner, which was obviously important. We moved into sort of a safe house nearby. We also met the family who lives near, and we're looking into. So apparently, the social stuff is everything I remember. We're looking into the cave nearby where there's been a disappearance, or someone died, or both. Maybe they're dead and disappeared.
People have been disappearing, man. It seemed like it was some type of smuggler front that bad things have been happening to anyone who's snooped around.
Yeah, and so naturally we decided to snoop around, and I think that's most of it, but I've probably forgotten some important details.
Yeah, I know Helen, my character, received a mysterious package and was tasked by the guild to investigate some of these mysterious happenings. Make sure there's no smuggling going on.
Where we left off, our fated were preparing to venture out the next day to go look at it. I don't think you've decided whether or not you wanted to go under the cover of darkness or during the day. But either way, like, it's known that you guys have asked questions about it. Unless you want to do a shopping montage, I'm going to say any base supplies you have, like you want, you have. Like, you knew you were coming here for some type of investigation anyway. Is there anything of note that either of y'all would like to point out that you are bringing?
I will be bringing I believe it was a dagger that I found wrapped up in that note that you said did something, but I'd never actually got the details on what that did. So I'm definitely bringing it in case it comes in handy.
Okay.
As usual, Maeve has all of their personal belongings on them at all times. So
that's what happens when you travel light.
Yep.
And live light.
Helen
I do
will,
have at least one
down.
change of clothes.
Helen looks up and down at the outfit and then resists saying something and just walks on past.
Maeve like has journal, looks up at Helen and just goes, "I had a friend you would have hated," and just follows you.
I can buy you clothes if you need.
I can buy my own clothes. I just don't need them.
So much snark. So, y'all, is it early morning? Is it midday? Is it under the cover of night?
I'm thinking like midday. We want to. I think getting a look while we can see what's around is a good idea first. Maybe coming back at night.
Probably safer in the day. Yeah. I mean, maybe not, but one can hope. So, yeah, we'll start midday. I concur.
All right. So it's the path you're going down. Basically, you're traveling down that a path that's well worn by a lot of like carts and people driving or riding through. There is a little. You've been instructed to. This area seems to be offshoot of one of the paths. So while you're looking into the areas as you're walking, you see. I'm gonna say Tessa. You notice it first. you notice that there's some broken branches and whatnot, and what looks faintly like a lightly used path. Whoever treads through this does not come by often, and nor do they try to leave a lot of traces. But there is going to be some, like branches are knocked away from the area, and it goes up into, it kind of is a footpath up into a different part of the hills.
I think probably try and follow the footpath as close as possible so we're not causing the other additional disturbances in case someone else comes down that route.
Don't look suspicious.
Exactly.
That's fair. It's not like the easiest footpath to go through, but I'm not making you make any athletics checks or anything because you're just, it's a little bit of a huffing and puffing. And you get up to a cave. This cave goes deep in. You see some remnants of pipe tobacco. You see some cigarette butts. And both of you make a notice check for me. TN is 10.
I most certainly can. Let me quickly find notice. Okay. I do have one minor problem with that.
Which is?
The cards are no longer there. They were there a minute ago.
Let me find
They
that.
no longer are.
Yes,
Let me
please.
find them.
I thought
can
it was
cheat.
just because I had zoomed in really far, so
I had
at first I thought it was me.
I thought I just hid Ember's deck, but I hid everyone's deck. So
that is a 16 for me.
Okay.
This is a notice check. Let's see what to add.
Where do we put the used cards, by the way? Do we have a place for them?
You're going to have your discard. Just put your discard pile over to the corner here, and we'll recall when it's done.
Okay.
I didn't see what I drew because I didn't have my thing up.
Hold on.
Oh, if you click on the card, if you click on the 4 in your side, yeah.
There we go. Okay.
Oh,
Thank you.
I was pulling for y'all.
Okay, cool. Then
because what you have is that's your cheat hand that you can pull.
Okay. From. Did I draw that?
I think you drew an extra one into your.
I'm gonna find out how to delete it, and then I'm gonna delete it. I'm sorry, I'm incompetent.
Right click. If you right click on your deck, or when you click on your deck, you should have the option to let's see.
It just zooms in when I click on it.
Really?
Yeah.
You should have the recall action. Let me see. It might be on my end.
Sorry.
You're fine. Oh no, the cards are going crazy. Aha. Let's see. Recall. I'm recalling everyone's cards.
Okay. Fair enough.
Okay.
So mine's a +1 after that.
Okay.
But I think that might have been, was that me? Was that Joker me? Because
yes, that first Joker was you, and then we got a 1. So Tessa, what is your notice check for Helen?
I flipped using the fate deck, and I pulled
you
the
got
11
the 11?
to the top.
Okay, awesome. Just wanted to make sure.
Which is a 16 total because I have a +5 to notice.
Alrighty.
Meave sees nothing.
So you both notice it. You CJ, you immediately spot it's almost like you smell this saltiness before you even look over, this brine scent, and you find this what looks like it had been a waterlogged satchel. It's off into the bushes to the side of the entrance of the cave.
Do you smell that? Just kind of
Unfortunately.
It's like seawater or something. And kind of.
Far from any.
Meave will reach for it and pull up the the satchel.
Awesome. So when you open, one moment, I'm going to actually take a short break because we have a Max. So just a short break, y'all, while I get Max set up. That way we can have the whole Fab Faded team here.
And we just started, so I'll catch up, Max.
I will really quick turn the light on because it's a lot darker than I expected it to be on.
Told you it'd be a quick break. So now we have a Max. Oh, wow. I love that cloak, Max.
Perfect.
We've all got costume accessories. Woo!
Oops. Now I'm ready.
Underdressed, y'all. So.
Storytellers cloaked in stories. Probably the worst thing I've said ever, but I like it.
What you find is essentially like a leather rucksack. That, like I said, it looks oddly like it took a trip to the beach. Which is strange because you're up in like the foothills of the mountain. Or getting close. So, but when you open it up, there is a lot of very strange items in it. Let's see. Does anyone want to make for me a history check? Or
me? My time has come. I don't actually know.
Like 1 star.
History used to be my. I definitely do have a good history, but it used to be what I'm really, really good in. Now
I think Helen used to sleep in history class from looking at the stats.
I don't even remember my name. I don't know if you want me to make that.
Liv is like digging through this stuff, careful not to touch any of it yet, but kind of like shifting it around. And I'll be adding 5 to my history check.
All right, and I'm going to flip for you, and it's a 2. That's a 7. Do you want to cheat, or are you fine not knowing at this point?
Do we have hands back?
Yes,
so
sorry.
I can see what numbers I have.
Yeah, pull your hands. I apologize, and I need to show Max Ember's hand again now that we have an Ember.
Woo.
Yo.
Yay! There's your. It's way easier when I remember to do it. It's just a click of the button.
Let's go.
Let's go.
So you're currently looking at a 7, and I'd like to see a 10 or higher.
Okay. Let's see here. Is that mine? That's Helen's deck.
Yours is the top one. If you scroll up. At least
Scroll
it's on
up.
mine.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Got it. Got it. Ah, no. That's not what I wanted to do. Why am I so bad at using Roll20? Someone flip that back over, please.
I got it.
Deck?
You got a 9 plus your
That's-
5. That's a 14.
I still can't see my deck.
You can?
That's the one that I just flipped on
Yeah.
accident whilst trying to see my deck. My hand, sorry. Do I need to draw them?
Yeah, if you click on your deck, you can press draw, then you type 3,
Yeah.
and you'll be able to.
Okay, so that is what I need to do now. So one of them would be that not or
So you
not.
should draw 2.
Apparently, it's not the 9 that I flipped. Why did I draw
This is
3?
not the 9 you're looking for.
And if
You're
you flip
fine.
the 3 above your name, you'll be able to see the cards. It's a thing.
Oh no, I see the 3 above my name, but I'm like, was I supposed to draw 3 or should I have 2?
You're
Yeah,
fine. 3's fine. We'll start everyone off with 3. Make sure you have your. Can you touch yours?
Yes, I can touch them. Can you? I can touch them and I can enlarge them, and that's all I can do. But that's probably all I need to do.
You can also drag them out of your hand onto the screen.
Yes, that I can do.
Yeah.
So sorry about that. What is the TN on this
10?
again? 10. And I have a +5. All right, I'm gonna use this 8.
All right. You can tell all of these seem to be. You heard that there was going to be an auction within Malifaux City of a bunch of shipwreck artifacts. And amongst it is a cutlass, a tricorn hat, a barnacle encrusted compass, a heavy lantern on a short chain, an old rifle, what looks like a bone carved charm, a pendant, and a very odd looking gem that it looks like a size 2 quality 2 high laid soulstone.
Yeah, Mavis like, all right, so there's a lot of things in here. I cannot guarantee that they're all magic, but something probably is, considering the fact that this is sopping wet. It's like a soul stone, really good one, decent one. A hat. Surprised that survived. And Mavis gonna pick up the hat, like the wet, and just kind of shake it out a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
If you put that on, I'm never talking to you again.
I don't want it. Well,
Let's
unless
make
it
sure.
does something really good, and then I don't care what I look like because I'm not vain.
It makes you wet.
Yeah, but I
You're
just
not allowed
kind
to
of
hide
looked at Ember. I'm wondering if this is the auction of the shipwreck goods that was supposed to be done in Malifaux City a while back.
Potentially. If so, those goods were reported stolen, and as such will be seized and leave the property of the guild and will be returned to their proper owner.
Yes, absolutely. There's
It's like
about
Helen
3
straightens
things
her
in...
jacket slightly.
there's a couple things in here anyway. I'm sure you won't be needing the soul stone then. Puts the hat back in and goes, yeah, looks like a cutlass and a hat, and just flops the bag over and puts over. We'll make sure it gets to the right people.
Mm-hmm. And the soul stone?
I don't need a soul stone. So
I'm sure the original owners do.
I'm sure they just need money. It was going for auction.
You sure the original owners aren't dead if it's out here in the wilderness?
Well, I'm sure if they are, the guild has proper things to do with their lost goods. That'll be for the betterment of society.
Indeed, it's on the document 32, subsection B, in paragraph 37.
Mm-hmm.
And while you three are discussing, just you hear a loud clap of thunder, and it starts beating down rain.
So, cave then?
Probably the cave.
Great.
Anyone bring an
Just
umbrella?
Well, half of me is already wet from the stupid bag, so I don't think it's really a problem on my part.
But I'm not.
So, as you enter more into the cave, you see before you, for just a flash, you see this.
Gasp.
Really
Concerning! Deeply concerning!
And then your vision clouds for a moment. A deep, wet chill settles in your bones, making you gasp. Breathing becomes harder. You can't tell if it's sweat or the rain that was dripping down your face, but it feels like something is slowly trying to tear your bones out of your body. Perhaps you scream, but the thunder dampens any sound. A flickering bit of green and the sound of rushing water fills your ears. Then nothing. When everyone comes to, they find themselves aboard
What the? We just got abducted by Bill Cipher.
Do I have that focused properly? I do. Okay. So, getting your tokens out. One moment. I am going to also point out some particular points of interest, but let's get this set up real quick for y'all.
While you're getting the token set up, so there was a tricorn. I should have written this down the first time. There was a cutlass. There was a soul stone. There was there's a few other things. What else did I miss?
There's a hat. There's the compass.
Compass, yes, that was very interesting.
Barnacles. There's a lantern.
Yes.
There's an old rifle. There's a scrimshaw like amulet figurine type of thing.
Yep. Okay, cool.
And the pendant.
And the pendant.
Yes, it is a
which is a soul.
Specifically, that pendant specifically, it's a gold coin strung through a small length of cord. It obviously looks like it was used as a lucky charm. It's quite smooth, like it's been turned over in its hand a lot.
Okay, great. Now I have an inventory. Thank you.
No problem.
And yeah, as if they still have their belongings with them, Maeve is still just kind of like keeping a hold on that for now.
Mm-hmm.
Now would be a good time for a pirate hat.
I can toss it to you if you like. And kind of like rubbing their head. But I mean, it's still pretty wet.
Just because we're already wet. We were in the rain. Just because I have it on me, we'll go ahead and do that.
Tosses you the pirate hat just to.
It doesn't fit very well over my headphones, but here we go.
Yay!
Hang on, I'll make this work.
You make it work.
Yeah. It's gonna be awkward.
I believe in you.
Oh yeah, there you go.
It looks good. It feels terrible.
I mean, that's what all fashion is, though.
Yeah, that's
really
fashion. Yeah, tosses you the hat, just like, and it kind of flops a little like lackluster near you as Maeve's still kind of coming to, like.
A little bit of water sprays everywhere.
Yeah.
Helen is having like the most like prep girl hangover ever as like they're rubbing their temples. Just who spiked my Chardonnay.
Oh god. Maeve is just like, oh, I think we find out why people are disappearing from the cave.
They get
The world-
teleported to a pirate ship.
It might
The
not
world
be
slowly
pirates.
comes into focus around you. A heavy fog clings to everything. The gentle sound of water reaches your ears, as does the deep creak of old timber. Mold and mildew reach your nose. Looking down, you notice that you're standing on stained pitted wood. 3 masts tower above, festooned with tattered sails and rope, and you can see edges of cannons enveloped by the gloomy gray nothingness. If anyone wants to make a notice, scrutiny, or engineering check, you can find out a bit more about the boat you've landed on.
I would love to take a notice check if that's cool with you.
Absolutely. Let me pull for you.
Yeah, let
Okay.
me find my modifiers.
I'll
Notice.
do an engineering
Oh,
check
so good
if
at that.
possible.
All right. Tessa, you got a 2.
That's a 7.
Anything? I'll be nice and I'll give you the extra 1 because I'm in a happy mood. Maeve gets a 5.
That puts me at 8.
8. All right.
Yes.
And did you have anything you wanted to do with Ember?
Where's scrutiny at?
Scrutiny is under your, I believe it's under a knowledge skill. Making me grab for the book.
It's social.
Social.
Oh, social.
Ah, cool.
I have my little
I'll
custom
do
sheet, so
scrutiny,
I'm
sure.
not very helpful. I'm like,
I was just trying to find out what tab it was under, yeah.
You're facing a 3, or you have a 3 facing.
Oh, cool. That's
your sheet too.
that'll end up being a 3.
Okay.
I was +0 to all 3 of those things.
we're very discombobulated.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Well,
And
you
what's
get,
the TN?
what was it? 8.
TN 8. Okay, I'm gonna cheat in. I got a 7. I'm gonna cheat in this here 4. Make that a 9.
Awesome.
I think I just made the 8 because I think we pulled a 5 for me and I had
Yeah.
+3.
Mm-hmm.
So, there are you know what, Tessa, Helen's looking around. They look up. There are a number of bodies hanging from the rigging and mast. You count at least 20. Others look to be obscure in the fog, and they've all been hanged. Maeve, you spot a salt encrusted nameplate on the side that says Harrow, Harrow. And while there's no wind, the tattered sails are full. You can also it's almost like you think you could hear something if you just listened hard enough in the distance.
Is there any chance that name would ring a bell for me at all, or is it something that, is it something worth flipping for at all, or is that just nope?
There is some interesting stuff you can learn about the Harrow if you want to search your mind.
Yeah, would it be history or I'm trying to think what else really.
I'm gonna let you pick what you think you should use for it.
Because I guess, okay, yeah. I guess it would probably be history. Just kind of quickly reading through the other things, and I'm like, I don't think anything else really applies. I guess history normally isn't trying to rack your own brain about things, but
Kinda.
I guess history is
It's your ability
what
to
I'm
recall
thinking.
knowledge.
Yeah, recall knowledge, and then also literally history.
Yeah.
So, all right, cool. Then that is probably what I'm going to do, because I was looking through the other social skills to see if something else was kind of like, no, you know, remember a thing, but not really. Sorry.
Well, that's perfectly fine. All right, so flipping for you, you have a 7.
Plus 5. So that's 12.
12. Awesome. So what you know is there's old accounts and old stories that there was a ship once that faced a mutiny. And it was led by a woman named Black Tongue of Bonnet.
Okay. And I have reason to believe that was the Harrow.
Yes.
All right. Maeve will say as much quietly as they're... Go ahead.
As either of them go to talk, Helen will kind of just, and then point up towards the hanged corpses.
Yeah, so as I was saying, there was a ship that was mutinied, run by a woman, Black Tongue Bonnet. I think it was the Harrow. So that's where we are, but it seems to presently be inhabited by a lot of dead people.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that's a problem. The dead people.
If we don't want to wind up like them, probably. Depends how attached you are to your neck.
We should find what killed them before it finds us.
That's a good idea. Wait, or maybe we should try not to be found by the thing that killed them.
Yeah, I'd rather...
It's not going to work for me.
You're right. Yeah, stealth really isn't an option with us, is it?
It's a great option for me. If you two want to go find it, I will make sure to go look for help.
Yes,
through the proper legal channels.
Let's look for help through the proper legal channels on the boat in the middle of the ocean with a bunch of people hanging from the mast. That's definitely plausible.
Sounds
Rather
very
you
helpful.
looking for the adversary than me.
You can hide behind Ember. No one will even know you're there.
It's a great hiding spot. I'm very tall.
She's very tall.
You are very tall. Do we still have our gear?
Yes.
And also, do these bodies have a similar attire to those of which I would know that town we were just in would likely have for the workers and stuff?
Oh, the hanging bodies?
Yeah, do they have a similar attire?
Look like that they might, but I mean, you're looking at essentially the bottoms of feet and pants, which like
do they
those
look like sailors' shoes, or do they look like something you'd wear in a mine?
They're all barefoot.
I have a question. It's one I should have asked before we started. Are we still step 0 on our pursuits, or are we on 1?
You're all on 1.
Love that.
I thought it was step 0.
Sorry. I was like,
you all. We talked about this off screen because you all have your experience faded.
Yeah.
Y'all all started at step 1 rather than step 0.
Right.
That's my bad.
I have the information here. I was just thinking, it would be really helpful, something that I would have at step 1 but don't have at step 0. And that's why I asked. All right, sweet. I have too many things for Maeve. There we go. Maeve says, well, we should have a quick look around one way or another. But if... And then kind of narrows their eyes specifically at Helen for a second. If we need to get more information, it's possible I might have a way to do that. A completely on the up and up way. definitely not creepy at all.
What
That
are you
sounds
thinking?
normal.
Just a normal person with normal powers. Just as well. Maybe just as well. Sometimes I'm an archaeologist, right?
Mhm.
That's what I do. That's what I've always done. That's my job. An archaeologist. And sometimes when you're alone for a really long time in a tomb, you get ideas about the people that died there, maybe.
Helen gives like a look of justice isn't here, I'm not paid enough. And then just like nods.
So it's an option, but maybe we'll do a quick recon first because it takes a little bit of time.
Quick recon. Yes. Helen's gonna pull out their sword. Kind of ready.
Fair. So, I have noted on the map on the ship that bright weird green X. There is a very large wooden ornate door that has a massive skull lock on it. It looks like, I mean, if you're taking a guess, it probably would be where like a captain would live, if anything lives on this ship.
I vote maybe not disturbing the captain.
Well, if I don't find anything else.
Maybe check a break for anyone else still living, waiting to be hung.
Yeah, that's. I don't have any complaints. I mean, that's the logic. Yep, let's do that.
I think anyone else is still alive here that also definitely want to help us out in getting off.
One would hope. Shall we?
I doubt it.
I'm being optimistic.
Let's go see. What do you think, Ember? Which way to the break?
Whichever door goes down, I guess.
Can't argue with that logic. Let's go. And is going to kind of take the lead on this. Yeah.
Jasmine walks past
Alrighty.
you. She's gonna go open doors until she finds stairs that go down.
Alrighty. So as you're exploring, so the door I marked does not go down. Over here, though, there's a hatch that goes down underneath the grating. Actually, that I circled, you can actually see down. That's where it goes down below decks. As you're exploring, you start hearing a groaning noise, and the entire ship pulses, nearly knocking you from your feet. The echoes reverberate throughout, and you hear a cold voice dripping into your head. So the betrayers are back on the Harrow, thinking themselves masters of my ship. No, you weren't then, you won't ever be. I've court-martialed you along with the rest of them. I'm sure they'll enjoy doing the honors. The sails begin to snap more violently, shaking the rigging and peeling the mist away from the corpses hung amongst the masts. One by one, the bodies begin to twitch. Pale green witch light burns into being underneath sailcloth sacks. Worn ropes slither as though alive, relaxing the nooses wrapped around broken necks. A faint sound of frantic begging and pleading start to fill the air as the Harrow's crew slowly descends. So, I am going to put some things on the map.
concerning.
I think we're past the element of surprise, says me.
Do you still have that cutlass?
I thought it was property, and Meva's reaching for it as they say.
I am
I thought it was
guild.
property of the guild.
I am
And
guild.
just-
I'm going to take the cutlass.
Hands it to.
Jasmine
to
readies
Ellen.
her hammer.
Awesome.
So Helen is currently dual wielding a cavalier, saber, and a cutlass.
Dave's just gonna pull their normal pistol out.
Also, I can't move my token.
You cannot? Let me make
No.
sure I can move your toe. Make
Yeah,
it
I
so that
can't move mine.
Same.
Also, just
No.
like as a note of how absolutely awesome like the artwork looks from Mac for my token, like she did a really good
Right?
job.
Right? Oh my
You did
gosh.
that?
I love the Helen art.
Oh,
It's
yes.
so good.
I also love the gold border. I don't know which one of you guys put that on. I'm assuming I don't know if it was Kim or Mac, but the gold border looks dope.
Yeah, we are so fortunate to know some really baller artists. Meva's done by Deanna from Ink and Lyre, but
Oh, nice.
I just got Mac to do one of my Ink and Lyre characters for Iron Valor, and it's so cute, and I love Penley. Mac, you're the best. Deanna, if you're there, you're also the best. I love
I
you
think
both
Deanna's on a
equally.
hike in the middle of the woods right now. You're
I
fine.
think Deanna's in the middle of the woods right now. Yeah.
Max, can you check Ember for me and see if you can wiggle her around?
Let's find out. Nope.
Still no?
And the green one, right? Or red one?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, there we go. Move.
That
I
wasn't
moved
me.
it.
Oh.
Oh.
Rough.
Okay, let me figure out why.
I'm going to grab my appropriate expansion books. They're just out of reach.
Aha! There you go.
All right.
Now it's working. There we go.
Awesome. While I have two more dudes to put out. While I do that, put yourselves in the positions that you want to be, please.
Me, would you like to stand behind us? You have a gun.
I'm gonna stand back a little bit, but I want to make sure I get a clear shot that doesn't involve either of your heads.
Very well. Ember, if you're quite content to be the one being hit.
She's pretty strong like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and remove some people's heads.
What was that?
I'm gonna try and remove some people's heads, see if that does the trick.
Awesome.
I'm assuming the cutlass is the stats of a normal sword, yeah?
Yeah, I'll actually send you what the stats are.
Okay,
I'm just
cool.
adding everyone to the turn order right now. We're going to make flips afterwards for all the goodness.
Well, I am glad I just minimized the video avatars because it revealed 2 more corpses for me.
Whoop.
Yay!
Whoopsie. Let's see these. And now that they are dropping out, you can definitely see that some of these are dressed more contemporary than some of the other ones. Some are like wearing, for example, denim, which didn't exist when some of the other ones are wearing like burlap or calico.
Meva's gonna call out. Now, this is just a theory, but I think it might be that she thinks that anybody here has betrayed her. Don't know where I got that idea. It's just kind of like.
You and your ideas never cease to amaze me.
I'm very smart, actually.
Very smart.
All right, I'm flipping for each of you. Tessa, your initiative is... Oh, I do not want that. I want to clear my drawing from that. Whoopsie.
I'll take a 13 if that's allowed. I'll say that 13 there.
Yeah, that's yours.
Right, is that mine? Oh, yay! I was being optimistic. Yeah, it actually is. I get a +4 to that, so that's a 17.
And then Ember gets a 3.
Great.
So 17 total.
I didn't want to
for me,
move
okay.
anyways.
You didn't want to move anyways. You can cheat if you want.
I mean,
If
I'm
you
in the
have a
front. I
card-
might as well. I still can't see my deck, by the way. I
You
tried.
still can't? Let's
No,
see.
I don't have the little numbers over my name like everybody else.
When you hit draw, it doesn't show it?
See the
So
fate
on
deck.
the left
There.
side.
Draw. Do I draw all of them or just one?
You'll draw 3.
3. Draw. There we go. Thank you. Oh. Where is my initiative? It'd be a +1 because I have 1 speed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. I'll take a 9 because I'll use this 8 to cheat. Yeah.
Okay. Awesome.
I'd rather not get pummeled my entire turn.
What do you have, CJ, for Maeve?
+1.
+1? So that's a 6. And,
On the outside, I'm not gonna have to try and talk to any of them. Maeve regards the growing number of corpses.
the growing number of corpses.
Yep.
I think I'd prefer to talk to them.
Me too. That's where my
Oh.
strengths lie.
I'm good at lying to them.
Maeve just shakes their head.
I like how you're like, mate, what could we do that isn't hitting them? The cutlass has, by the way, a melee range of 2.
One second, let me quickly
Go ahead.
pull the character, like actually writing it in the melee weapon slot. So, okay, melee range of 2.
Yep. Damage track of 2, 3, 4.
Yep.
It's brutal and it's finely tuned.
Cool.
And I'll let you know when those can come into play.
Yeah. What does brutal do again? Let me check. Okay, so positives my damage flips. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And finally tuned. I can't modify it. Okay.
Also, Ember.
Mm-hmm.
You get this gives you the hat gives you light armor, which I will let you know when that is factored in. Also, when you're wearing this, you will receive a +1 to leadership and convince skills, and may treat all criminals, ne'er-do-wells, and water-based human minions as subordinate characters. If you command a minion that considers you an enemy, ghostly shadows come over your face and horrify the character into complying.
Okay. I'll add that to my inventory.
Is there rules for dual wielding in this game? Do I get bonuses for doing so? I think I do.
Pirate Hat of Fear.
If you want the actual name, I can give it to you.
Yes.
It's called Turgis' So it's TURGISS tricorn.
Okay, cool. I'll try and keep all those effects in mind, but that sounds nice.
Well, I'm also here to help you, to remind you. So we got what looks to be a boat fight on our hands. A deck
Dress
battle.
for the occasion.
Helen, what do you do?
Yeah. Well, regarding I have both my weapons already out and ready. I think I'm going to go charge to here to ensure that there's only one of them in engagement range with me.
Okay.
And then I'm going to take 2 swings.
All right.
And okay, I don't know if this is a talent or if this is base rules, so please remind me. Do you get a bonus for dual wielding, or is that a talent you need to take?
It's a talent you need to take.
Okay, cool. Because I know it's something the Cutthroat specializes in, but I can't remember if I need to take that the next level. Okay, cool. I still get bonuses for dual wielding because I'm a Cutthroat, but it's not the... Yeah, okay. Dope.
It's something you specially have. It's not something that you by default anyone can do.
Okay, cool. So can you please flip an attack for me then?
Yep. That is a 3.
There's a 3. I get +5, so it's a 8 altogether.
And that will. These are not the most. Let's see. What is?
Oh, actually, no, it's not. I got +6 because I get +1 from Cutthroat. So it's a 9 altogether.
All right. You hit. It's going to be a straight flip for you.
Dope. Do you want me to flip it, or do you want to?
I can do it.
Okay, cool.
So 5. And that is weak damage, so that's 2.
Yep. It's 2 damage. And
Alrighty.
1 more attack with my second.
And we are going to flip for you. That is a 9. That's nice.
9 of which suit?
9 of tomes.
Okay. I also get +1 to defense for the round as I trigger an impromptu parry. And my damage flip is a straight flip, I assume.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm looking. Wait, let me think about the numbers. What was your total with the 9?
I got +6, so 15.
That's actually a plus flip for you.
Oh, hell yeah.
So moderate damage, which is 3.
That's 3 damage, yep.
Alrighty. Looking at his wounds. All right. So describe to me, because you've beat it up pretty bad so far. In this one attack, these 2 attacks, I should say, with your charge. Describe to me what it looks like when Helen is in their element of being a cutthroat.
As much as they now have a cutlass that is very much like to the side there almost defensively, as they simply slash straight across the chest and then kind of impale into the gut with their actual saber as they move in, kind of keeping the cutlass to the side of them, ready for more reactionary blocking than actual fighting.
Alrighty. So yeah, you have hit it, and like I said, your quick movements cut into it. This black, briny smelling blood just kind of oozes out of it and down the hang's body and clothes. So next is Ember.
Heck yeah. Okay. So I have a range of 2 melee. Does that mean I can hit them from here? Or do I have to get closer?
What's your range, you said?
I think it says 2 melee.
So each of these is 5 feet, so you can move up 1 and get to it.
Okay, I see. I wasn't sure how that worked. But I'll go ahead and flip for a heavy melee. She takes her gigantic ice block of a hammer and swings it around, trying to hit this guy that's already been damaged.
Alrighty. She flips. Ooh, a 10.
Nice. Of
Rams.
Rams, cool. I don't know if that makes a difference, but that's good. That's a
let me
total
check
of a
your-
16, I think.
And let me check
Ooh,
your sheet
nice.
real quick because you might have a trigger.
Okay. Would appreciate. I think it's a. I know on a fail I get to draw a card, but
Ember. Let's look at Ember sheet. You didn't assign them, but you do have a ram heavy melee.
oh, let's go.
So that means that you get. Let me actually bring it up. One moment.
I'm doing great, guys.
So if we are looking at the skill triggers for heavy melee, we're looking at stagger. Stagger means that the damage flip suffers a minus flip, but it gains slow. You don't have to declare that trigger
Okay.
if you don't want to. Like, triggers are always optional unless otherwise.
But declaring it like doesn't mess anything up. Like I
No.
don't. Okay,
No.
cool.
And I just had this up for you. I just had your sheet up, and I'm like, what's your total again?
There was a 16 total.
16. All right. So you get a plus flip
Okay.
to damage, which means you are looking at, you get to choose which one. I would suggest the 7 because that would give you moderate damage.
Okay. I'll take a 7.
All right. So this Duder, you just like come down with a giant block of ice and just
Heck yeah.
he's gone.
Perfect.
He has
Get out
been
of my
killed.
sight. And that's all I can do on my turn, right? I get 1 attack for now.
Were you charging?
No, I move forward 5 feet.
Okay, then honestly, let's say you were doing it as a charge so you can get your second attack and you can declare the other one.
Oh, I thought that would be bad for me. Sure.
No, a
I
charge
attack
lets
again.
you move and then make 2 attacks.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Cool.
But it takes up your full turn to do. You just do move and make 2 attacks. You can't do anything else.
That's all I was going to do anyways.
Then
Yeah.
For me.
If you're in range to charge, I always recommend charging then.
Okay, let's go.
All right, and so we're flipping for you with the second attack. You currently are facing a 12. That will give you a that will give you a straight flip.
Oh, okay. So my AV, that adds on to what I show, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
So a total of an 18? And
all right.
You said a straight flip for my damage?
Oh, no, you have a total of an 18? Then that's more than a straight flip. I thought you had a total of a 12 at first.
Did you? I thought you flipped a 6, which would make it a total of a 12.
Oh, you already did my math.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, it's 12.
So yeah, okay.
Kim
So
did the
that's
math
a straight
for you.
flip still.
I was so zoomed in, I didn't see it.
And that is, that's a black joker for damage. It means that you don't do anything. Like you don't describe to me how you hit, but it doesn't damage this guy.
Oh, that's an interesting question. I imagine that she came around, she knocked the other guy out, just finished him off real quick, and then came down for the second one and just kind of clipped him. wasn't really. She was moving too fast to kind of get a good swing in, so it kind of clips him and bounces off and buries itself in the deck.
I like it. So no damage on that one yet, but that's okay. They're going to go now.
Okay.
Going to have this one move. Not great. Yeah. So this one's gonna. I need to actually be able to move it. This is what happens when I move multiple. When I have multiple screens, y'all.
It makes things a lot harder sometimes.
Yeah. It's gonna come up and say hi. I am going to move everything first, and then I'm going to declare whether or not they can make an attack. No? No. And then... All right. This one is going to try to make an attack at Helen, because Helen helped destroy his dearest love, Hank. What is Helen's defense?
5 this round.
5 this round?
Mm-hmm.
That's good to know.
No, actually, I have armor. It's 4. Sorry, armor reduces it by 1.
Okay.
I know the rules for my character.
Let's see. All right, so you have a 4, you said?
Yep.
Not gonna hit. Then this guy, it'd be helpful. This guy gets 1 attack, and he's going to try to attack Ember. That is a whiff. This one doesn't get to. Let me ping. This fella by Maeve is going to attack next. And is this going to be a round of whips? No. Let's see. What's your defense, Maeve?
What is defense? Because apparently I did not put it into my character sheet. It's your resilience plus something, I think.
I believe so.
It goes off your speed as far as I'm aware.
Speed? Okay. Well, that's the same.
It's 2 plus
if it's
character's evade skill or speed, whichever is higher.
Plus evade or speed. Oh, okay. That's actually better for me. I was going off of just a base 2. It's actually a 3.
Awesome. Hey, that's better than, yeah. All righty.
I have now put it in the box, so I stop having to figure it out every time.
I can understand that, though.
That is wise.
All right. I'm just looking at their stats real quick. That was a Rams, okay, so no triggers go off. So he is going to hit you for... Is that the 4 I just pulled? Or was the 2 I just pulled?
The 4 you want
okay.
you just.
So he hits you for 2 damage as a noose, broken part of his noose just snakes out and lashes at you across the cheek, Maeve.
That's horrifically rude.
Yes.
I think that's exactly what Meep says as well. It's like, that's very rude.
All right, it's top of the round again, so it's Helen.
I didn't actually
I'm
get
sorry, you get to go. You're not top. You're bottom of the round.
because I'm
apologize,
so
Maeve.
slow. Yes, that's okay. Yeah, yes. So, I'm trying to remember very quickly. I think there's a disadvantage for trying to fire at something point blank.
Yeah, I believe you. I think you get a negative flip.
A negative flip, probably.
Yes, you cannot.
Think,
Well, you
yeah.
cannot make a projectile attack while you're engaged with an enemy.
Valid. Maeve. Oh, gosh, is that considered also? I think the problem. Well, it's not projectile at least, but it is. So Maeve's other thing is a whip, but I think that's also it's ranged.
Whips count as melee. They just have a
They count
range.
as melee.
Yeah, here we go. I've got that bookmarked. I should probably just use the digital. Might
The
be
digital
better.
one helpful.
Might be better. I have a lot of bookmarks in here. Okay, so yeah, Maeve is going to use their. I guess it's probably an AP to get the whip out, since they're currently holding a pistol. And then attack with it.
Alrighty.
We'll see how we do.
You have a 2. Pardon me.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
You want to cheat?
Yeah, I don't get to know what the TN is ahead of time, do I?
You need to hit an 8.
Ooh, we're just under that. I think I might cheat it. Oh no, I don't want to waste. I think I'm not going to cheat it this time because I don't want to waste the cards I have at the moment.
All right.
So I still have movement, correct?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to move back.
All right.
I think I can move. What is this?
You can move
4. Where's my movement? My walk. Okay. I'm just gonna move there and call it a day.
Alrighty.
Yeah, that'll be good. Okay. And that's it. That's it for me. Just a whiff on the whip, just barely, but.
Okay. Ember?
And it all came back to me.
Wouldn't that be me first?
I mean, I'm sorry. Yes, I apologize. For some reason, my brain.
I was like, I'm ready.
Sorry.
I mean, Ember, if you got a brilliant plan.
Helen the Wonder Guard.
Things.
Sorry.
Once more, I'm gonna hit it twice with my sword, keeping the cutlass as like a defensive tool.
Alrighty.
It probably would be a wiser idea to use the cutlass as my main, but Helen's saber's her weapon, so she's using her saber.
First attack is a 10 of masks.
That's a 16 of masks, and I think that hits.
Yes.
Nice.
And so for your damage, you get a 1 or a 6.
That's medium damage, that's a 3.
Yep.
And a second strike.
Yep. Ooh, 9. You are on fire with your... This will
If only they could be... If only they could be rams. Like, that'd be really helpful.
Rams would be super helpful for you. But you do severe damage on it.
I suppose if I'm not getting rams, I guess I'll take severe. I will take 4 additional damage, so that's...
Is that 6 total?
Yeah, 6 total.
Okay, he looks real bad.
7 total.
7 total? He gone. He has 7,
4
that's
plus,
only...
4 plus 3.
Let's see, so this fella... Bye.
Kind of gonna go, like, purposely, like, for the noose, and then kind of, like, use that to, like, push back, and then kind of just slice through the gut.
That is awesome. just falls apart into this like soggy, like chum type mess. Now it's Ember's turn with her giant hammer.
Been waiting so long to use this thing, and it's finally happening. All right.
Hit it with the hammer.
Can I charge again over to this guy?
Yes.
Cool.
And that will put you in range of each of them.
Perfect. Excellent. So I think what will probably happen is she'll take a swipe at this guy on the left as she runs by and just kind of crush him as she goes. And then she'll take her second attack against this guy at the bottom.
Awesome. So for your first attack, that is, you said you have a 6 to it?
Yes.
So all right, 14. So that's a 14.
Yes.
That's straight flip.
Ah, dang it. All right. That's 2 damage for light, right?
I think yours is actually 3. Let me check your sheet again.
I got 2, 4, 6.
Oh no, yeah, it is 2, 4, 6. And then for your second one, 6 plus 6, that's 12.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to put it at a straight
flip.
Flip.
Is that from Nier Automata?
No, that's just one of our duality. That's our Through the Breach art.
She looks awesome.
Right? So that's going to be what, 6? You do 2, 4,
yes.
6? 6. So you take this. So the first one looks hurt. The second one looks super hurt. Like it is not having a good time. Its face is just this black hole grossness.
Yes.
So they go.
Yeah, focus on me.
Focus. And that is actually what's going to happen. This first one will try to take 2 hits against you. The one that you hit coming in. And we're going to. We are going to clean up our cards real quick. There's so many cards.
Do you want me to move the cards while you flip things?
Oh, that'd be great. I'm moving.
I'll move them like over here.
Awesome. All right, that's 10. That is for your. I'm just consulting a table real quick.
I have 2 defense.
You do?
Yeah.
Alrighty. So now we're going to flip for damage.
I'll keep the cards organized.
You're going to be the card keeper?
Yeah, I'll move things to the appropriate spot for you.
We're going to get through this deck quicker than I think. All right, so that's going to be a grand total of, what is it? 3 damage for the attack against Ember.
Okay.
And then I'm going to need you to pass a TN13 horror duel.
Oh.
Which, let's see, that is 2, and you are going to add your willpower to it.
Good. I'm glad I flipped so well. It's a 3.
It's a 3?
Mm-hmm.
All right. That means you are currently terrified. I will explain that what happens when you are when it affects you at your turn.
I know I have these light armor things on. It says protected masks, rams, and crows. Does that do anything?
Oh yes. What does your mask do? It just gives you the protected.
Yeah, it says protected masks.
Okay, so that'll lower the damage value.
Okay.
It lowers it. Yeah, you. I mean, do you have the armored? Does it have a light or anything, or?
My Brigandine is light and my Tricorn is light, yeah.
Yeah, so it will lower the damage by 1, and if you get crit, it will reduce the severity of the crits and stuff you take.
Cool. I'm less hurt.
And
Got
then
your back.
you gain the following condition, crazy +1. You suffer -1 to final duel totals on any duel involving a mental aspect.
Oh, excellent.
You start hearing the whispers of these apparently former crewmates in some way, shape, or form, that are calling you to join them. That's what you start to hear. Now,
What kind of duel is a horror duel?
willpower.
Okay. Just curious.
And you can use centering to lower your crazy condition down also.
Completely unrelated, Meave has just healed a point.
For no reason whatsoever.
For no reason.
She's just a little bit glowy right now. It's
She's
fine.
feeling a little better.
Just like the eyes glow green slightly. We're not entirely sure why.
No, it's just a trick of the light.
It's the ghost ship.
It's totally the ghost ship.
It's that weird talking with dead people thing that they do, definitely.
Which is also questionable underneath the lore of the...
All right.
We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. It's fine.
Helen doesn't know yet.
So this guy right here is going to try to make a ranged attack against Maeve. Let's hope this goes well for him.
Rude.
Right? It is very rude. Let me check.
I'm friends with dead people. This should be a different interaction.
I'm surprised they scared me.
Oh.
I'm one of them.
You are a dead people.
You are a dead people? That's so mean to call your friend a dead people.
It's just the truth.
Let me just double check. I'm pretty sure crazy. Yeah.
I'd like to see it try.
Let's see. How long does that last? Okay. I was checking to see how long the effects of the horror duel work. So it's going to flip, and it is going to. Ooh.
I can never get any rounds.
What's your defense again, Maeve? 3?
It is 3, yes.
All right.
How do you have better defense than me? That's not fair.
You actually have hit points.
That's true.
He just hits you, and it's going to be on a double minus flip. So you take shit. Pardon my language. Sorry. I didn't expect it to be a crow trigger.
Uh-oh.
You take 1 damage.
Just reset the damage I just hit. I just fixed that.
I know, and the rope end of the noose, the snapped off part, shoots out, wraps around Maeve's neck, and pulls them forward.
Maeve like grabs at it and goes, "This is my shtick, you." And just starts so
with that, it's Maeve's turn.
Great. I'm gonna try to get out of the noose. What shall I flip for that?
It lets go. It goes limp. It's just the trigger is called pull them tight. It moves you.
Yeah.
It brings you towards them.
Yeah, Maeve had a trigger like that once. Maeve's bitter about that.
It's not around Maeve. It's not pulling at Maeve's neck anymore.
Good. Yeah, so just kind of like tries to shrug that off as a flavor action then. And it's just like, all right. And I guess is probably just gonna try to attack this dude with their whip. It's a whip battle.
Whip battle. All
Whip
righty.
battle.
That is a 1.
Why?
I don't know.
That's not gonna. I mean, I reckon that's not gonna do it because even I think my flexible weapons is 5, but that's only putting me at a 6.
Yeah, so no.
But we've got 2 AP, right? So can I make a second attack?
You can.
I'm gonna go ahead and just try again. If
that
first you
is
don't succeed.
Much better.
Woo! 15 total.
Awesome. This is going to be a straight damage flip for you.
Yes.
That is severe.
Nice. That'll be a 3.
And do you have any triggers to be aware that we need to be aware
I actually don't think. I'll have to double check, but as of now, I don't think I have any triggers, so let's just go with that.
Okay.
Because I didn't when I was at 0, but I do have to double check to see where I'm at.
And how much damage did you say that was?
3.
3?
Or,
all right.
Yes. Or if you were my sheets, it is the year 2003. Thank you, Google.
All right. That hang does not look very good. Top of the turn order. Helen.
Which one of you desires a hand?
Maeve is just going to say, I've got this one, but there's a few, so...
Very well. And...
shrugs with the free hand.
Helen is going to... Like, it's a charge action, but in a very Helen dismissive way. Just
like, fine.
I guess I'll fix your mess, kind of walk. And then is just going to 2-sword slash into this guy.
All right, so...
Rather ungratefully, Maeve will say, I said I've got him.
One of those in range.
13 showing with a mask trigger.
That makes that a 19.
Then, all right, I think this is going to go really well. With your positive, how many damage is a moderate?
Moderate is 3.
All right, he looks real bad. Real bad. Your second attack. Jeez.
That's another 19.
Like, you can't not kill. Like, yeah, he's gone.
Yeah. Like, as Maeve's whipping him, like, back into, like, towards, like, the post, Helen just walks, impales him in the skull into the post, and just drags it down. Without breaking eye contact with Maeve.
I'm gonna glare at you and just go, thanks.
Just very much a, if I must.
Fine. Alrighty. So now that's Ember's turn.
Greetings. Okay.
You're in the middle of a hanged sandwich.
I don't have room to do 2 attacks, so I'll just make the 1.
Yeah, you do.
Right?
You can make 2. You have 2 AV. Action points.
So what's the point of charging?
Because it allows you to come... Because you can only attack when you're charging.
Oh, because you can move and make 2 attacks.
Yeah.
Okay, I see.
And it can only be like an attack. You can't like cast or something like that.
I see. Okay. Well, in that case, I'm gonna swing twice.
All right.
I'm gonna attack the guy on the bottom first because I hit him the hardest.
All righty.
Yes.
I'm going to make the flips because it affects the card, the like probability. But you're killing this one.
He's dead.
Dead. Cadaverific.
I'm gonna like take him and like just smash his head into like his shoulders, like Doom style. Just that wasn't the right one. Who'd you kill?
Oh, you're right. Undo.
Man, my reach is crazy.
And now you're gonna attack the second one.
Yes, she'll come around with like an anger in her eyes, and she's gonna try and take him out. Ooh, that's good, right?
Yes, you smithereens it.
Okay. This one I'm gonna.
So what this means is this is a 14, which means
Mhm.
you're at 20, I
Yes.
believe.
Mhm.
Plus, it's whatever suit you want.
Oh, it's definitely Rams.
Yeah. So
That's great. Okay. I've gotten the worst and best cards this time.
and that looks like you're doing severe damage.
Okay. That'll be 6 damage to this man.
Yeah, that poor hanged, it was already looking kind of like connective tissue just kind of hanging down. You just made it into like ground beef. There is one hanged left on its turn, and he's gonna make an attempt at Maeve. He's gonna try to make a ranged attack.
Go for it.
2, 8. That does hit, but it's for weak damage. So 2, no trigger.
I'm at 0. Just putting that out there.
You're at 0 health wounds?
Yep, 0 wounds.
Okay. That means we'll look at if it reaches the next round, crits happening. But it's Maeve.
Woo! Yeah. Maeve is gonna step back. Is just kind of actually slightly alarmed at this point. Is gonna step back. I'm just counting here. Are each of these boxes 1, 2, 3? Yeah, okay. That's in range of a pistol, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's 10. It's gonna try to shoot with the pistol. Just kind of switch hands and try to shoot it with this AP, which will be.
I believe in you. That's a 9. That's pretty good.
That's a total of 13.
Yeah, you hit him.
Sweet.
And that's severe damage.
That's 4 damage.
Then you kill him.
Yeah, Maeve just steps back, is looking alarmed, a little pale, and just
they get done. Just, I'm done with this.
Apparently, my dog is very upset by this. If you can hear in the background,
I heard some puppy noises. I didn't know if it was office puppies making the noise or.
No, it was. Say hello.
Everyone cuddle Teddy. I miss Teddy.
I'll go to sleep. All right, so yeah, Maeve, looking alarmed, steps back, shoots it, straight shot, and just watches it falls. And it's like, that was a little closer than I'd like.
You are welcome to shoot the ones engaging me next time. I trust you not to hit me.
You seem to be pretty handy with that gun.
Seems to work better.
It's a little more convenient than a whip. I had a good teacher to start, I guess. Taught the rest myself. Kind of is putting it away. Turns out all you have to do is have a good eye.
Maybe keep that out.
I've got the whip.
You seem better with a gun.
Pulls it back. Puts the whip on the holster. And look, I used to be really good with a whip. I'm just out of practice, okay?
You can practice later. Right now, you seem good with a gun.
Fair enough. We need to find this person because
Captain's quarters.
Send more after. Yes, let's go.
Amber, do you want to knock the door down?
All right.
As you wish. I'm gonna break that door down.
Okay.
With my pure
I'm gonna just give it to you. You wail at it. It's a thick door, but your ice hammer gets through it. Let's see. You force open the door, which screams on rusty hinges. The room within is huge, the captain's quarters. Dust and grime cover everything. Piles of moldering books and documents surround a bed stowed in the corner. A large desk and high-backed chair dominate much of the room. Maps lay spread across the surface, an old navigational tools corroding away atop the parchment. The walls are stained, though one covered in black scrawls seems to have resisted the passage of time better than the others. The entire room is lit by a strange aqueous twilight, as though the entire place was submerged. So if anyone wants to look around and try to look for anything interesting, let me know. I am looking for history, literacy, printing, bureaucracy, or notice.
I'll do another history check.
I will happily do a bureaucracy check.
There you go.
All right. Let's start with Maeve and the history check.
Still holding the gun, finger off the trigger. It's just kind of looking around carefully, cautiously.
So that's a 3.
So that's an 8 total.
It's a T and 8. It's a T and 8 to find out anything useful. Sweet.
That is where we at.
Awesome. Let's see. Entire reams of paper are covered with mad writings. From what you quickly piece together, the captain believed the treasures she read about were real and intended on finding them. She mentions listening to them and voices from the sea telling her where to go in search of this treasure. Helen, your bureaucracy check is really high. You need a TN of 9. You have a 13.
That checks out.
I have an 18.
You have an 18?
Yeah.
Nice. All right. So.
Again, if only I can get around just one flip in this game. Like for every skill I have, I've got triggers for rams.
One of the walls is covered with writing. On closer inspection, you see it's a list of names, all written in different hands. Above them is what appears to be a contract for joining the Harrow's crew. As far as you can tell, it's fairly standard. Let's see. Its details binding and serving the Harrow until the ends of death and back again. Let's see. I'm looking for I have a list to choose from, so I'm picking the juiciest. A large chest is locked in the corner of the room. You'll need a TN 11 lock-picking chest, or you can try to pry it open. And some of the desk drawers, all right, there's on the desk there's a thin book, which is open to detailing the Harrow's crew and supplies. There's a distinct lack of food and water listed in later entries. The manifest seems to have 120 names, but 60 of those names have been scratched through black ink. The names match those written on the wall. It lists the captain as Mary Bonnet.
Question.
Yes.
In Helen's epitome of guild training, is there anything in that contract that deems anything about workers' rights or any thing that the captain has to provide for the crew that Helen has attempted to loophole to get them free?
No, this is at least a 200-year-old pirate contract. No, it does not detail anything about what the captain must provide for.
We're curious if it says anything like payment or shares or anything like that. We could.
Yeah, it does list that. You get that. It does list what seems to be about a pretty standard share split.
Mm-hmm.
But there's nothing going, oh, the captain must do X, Y, or Z. Also, I mean, while it says until the ends of death and back again. Like, you're pretty sure, like, that's not supposed to, like, keep people around this long.
Magic be weird.
Magic be weird.
Helen's educated enough to know magic be weird. Can't do any of it, but definitely knows.
So, is there anything in particular y'all want to do in this room, or do you want to move on to other parts of the ship?
Wasn't there that chest that needs to be lockpicked or forced open?
You can bash at.
I was definitely gonna bash at it. I'm not good at lockpicking.
Okay. When you bash it open, like you bash the lock on it. You don't actually break the trunk itself.
Mhm.
You open it up, and there are 4. Let me just make sure I have that number right. I'm sorry, no, there's 6 severed heads that peer up at Ember, mouths agape. They appear to be well cared for and have not decayed.
Excuse me?
That is what is in the chest.
She's gonna reach down and poke one of them.
They
Please
seem
don't.
rather, like, it's hard to say that they're fresh, but there's definitely some magic be weird stuff going on with this.
I think I found some magically preserved heads.
Charmed.
She'll pick one up.
I don't
You
like
have a
this
head.
place.
Doesn't like do anything as I'm interacting
Nope,
with it.
it's just a head.
Well, oh gosh, sorry.
Were you angry at that? Jesus.
Yeah, very. In reality, I would character. I just set down a book. Jeez. Maeve just goes, well, I'm about done with this, and is gonna go, Black Tongue Bonnet, can you hear us? Are you there?
You hear a cackling that seems to be coming from, well, everyone is in back. Let me move y'all. Y'all are back here. You hear a like crazed cackling that seems to be coming from like lower decks of the ship.
As I said, check the brig.
Alrighty.
Off we go.
So you're going. Go ahead.
No, it's just
Think we-
Maeve going, all right, off we go then.
Think we're going lower?
Right. You look at the gloom inside the hold, the smell of old things and brine, all bound together by the wood that makes up the hero's corpse. Taking an unwelcome deep breath to calm your nerves, you start walking down the well-worn stairs into the ship's lower deck. Upon stepping onto the landing, you take stock of your surroundings. The innards of the ship are dark, but holes from the deck above provide little columns of light here and there. You see the squat, heavy bodies of cannons dotting the walls. The pale glimmer of bone reaches your eye from all corners of the room. Skeletons dressed in tattered clothes lay everywhere. The remains of Harrow's crew, dead at their posts. But that's not what grabs your attention. A slight woman, grimy and apparently alive, stands in the shadows. You see the flash of a red bandana keeping her matted hair back. She turns as you finish descending the stairs. Her eyes are stitched shut, as is her mouth. She twitches, moving jerkily to hold something up. You see another severed head dangling from her grasp, eyes white and mouth sagging. You, the head gasps, you dare come back here after what you did? Liars, betrayers! I can feel you here. We all can. One desiccated skull slowly turns towards you, then another and another. Their sockets burn into your living eyes. A cacophony of sickening clicks and crunches follows as the Harrow's crew begins to stand. The shadows seem to bend around the woman, dripping down from the ship's walls and spreading across the floor. So, you are facing currently what looks to be this woman. Actually, while I set up for this next part, let's take a quick break so people can wet their whistles.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So we will be back in about 5.
See you in 5.
See you in 5.
Welcome back. Now our fabulous fated have found themselves facing this nanny in the voice. In case y'all have never seen this character before, that is not the book I need. This is what I'm just going to drop a quick picture in here of what she looks like. Here. I can actually just put the link in chat.
I'm kind of wishing I was more organized and actually had the mini downstairs opposed to leaving it in the case upstairs. That would have been really useful, wouldn't it?
Love it.
If I was smarter, I would have been like, oh yeah, this would be useful. And I would have been like, and this is the mini. But no, I left it upstairs.
Copy image address. Link incoming for anyone who wants to see what Nani and the voice looks like. This is part from the Bone and Brine set, or Brine and Bone set, Nightmare Molly edition. So, we are going to bring up our... So you have been presented with this situation. You have a bunch of dead around you. What's the plan?
I think immediately, not to say that I'm trying to make any checks for this, Maeve would just be like, look, you've got the wrong people. As far as I know, none of us have ever been here before. I think Maeve kind of trusts Helen to take over some of the intricate social sides of things, but it's just like, I'm just going to say my piece.
So, the head, like, moves towards Maeve, and is Maeve the one who still has the rucksack?
Yeah.
Then why? And the voice just, like, echoing out from the voice, or from the head of the voice is, then why do you have our treasure that the betrayers and liars stole from us?
Maeve is going to hold it up, like kind of half take it off, hold it, and say, this, I found it in a bush, and I'm a little surprised you can't tell the difference between us and your former crewmates.
The crew of the Harrow is expensive, and it's been many leagues and many years we have traveled. Time can change a sailor.
Well, I don't remember exactly when I've heard you're from, but I can tell you, take a look at her, kind of points at Helen. That is a living human person who would not have been alive when you were sailing, when this happened. This, from what I know, was recovered from a shipwreck and was going to be auctioned, and I found it thrown away in some shrubbery. I don't know if you have any magic that can tell if I'm lying, but I would be comfortable with you using it. That is how much I can assert that I have never been a sailor.
Many will say a lot of things to try to save their necks. Mutiny is a high charge.
That it is. I do.
Raises the head higher, kind of turns it like it's addressing all the dead around it, and goes, if you can cut through the crew, the captain will meet you. And Nani and the head she's holding kind of fade into this watery blackness. So she disappears, but you do have a handful of skellywags, as they're called, to fight.
Maeve like rolls her eyes and is like, well, next time you can try lying, Helen, because logic didn't apply. And just puts
Helen's
the
gonna
bag
look
back
at
on
me
her shoulder.
with a, really? That's news to you?
Catching the not knowing exactly what the look means, but catching the look, Maeve goes, I still hold out hope. Just
Jasmine shakes her
loading
head.
the gun.
She's gonna
People
start
hear
swinging.
what they want, nothing else.
Since
Wait a minute, I
this
can't
is,
shoot a skeleton, can I? Shit.
everyone is free to draw a card. Back up to your 3. And once everyone's drawn back up, we will flip for initiative and we will start. And I'll be completely honest, these are barely minions, so it's a matter of you hit them and you go and they're gone. I'm not even gonna make you flip for damage. All right.
Cool.
Because someone has a giant hammer that's just gonna turn all of these into xylophones. So, Tessa, your initiative card is actually I need to be on the right screen. That would be helpful.
It does tend to help.
Recall. Okay. Tessa, you have a 9 crows facing.
So 9, I have a +4.
All right.
So you already do the maths? There's 9 total. There. Oh no, there's 9 there.
Oh no,
Yep, sorry.
you have a 9 plus whatever your
Cool.
initiative is.
13.
13.
Mm-hmm.
Ember, you have a 5 plus
1.
1. Okay, so that puts you at 6. And Maeve?
+1.
So that also puts you at 6. These are... They go on a 5? Nope. Roll20 is wanting to fight me when it comes to showing. Fine, this one will work. I just need one. Because they all go on the same. Alrighty. So starting with Helen first.
Helen's going to look over with her first. Do any of you want to listen to reason? Spirited debate, perhaps?
They're just like, they just kind of groan. Rawr.
Perhaps working towards a fairer pay? Yeah, this isn't working. I'm just going to walk over and hit them with a sword.
All right. Do you
Okay, I'm going to take a... Because they look pretty easy to cut down, don't they, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. Do I want to take the lower hit to go kill 2 of them at a time? Yeah, let's just take... I've got a little bit of a less... I have 1 less to hit, but I get to hit both.
Okay.
So let's try a swing for the first one.
Alrighty. That swing is a black joker. Womp womp.
Cool. Swinging for the second.
That is a 10 plus whatever your total is.
That'd be a
You hit
15.
it. What? Yeah, you hit
That'd
it.
be a 15, yeah.
And even I'll give you a margin of success and say that you can hit another target within melee range.
Wonderful. Because it's range 2, would you allow me to like pierce through this one and kind of follow the sword into this one?
Yeah, you can
For
get those. I'll let you
aesthetics?
get those too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mainly for the aesthetics of just like running it through both of them.
Yeah, no, yeah, that I'm fine with that. And like I said, since it's literally just you hit these grimy bones and they disappear. There you go. So that is Helen's turn. Who would like to go first, Ember or Maeve?
I think it makes sense for Ember to go first. You good with that, Max?
Sure.
Go for it.
I love going first. So it seems there's a whole untouched group over here. So Ember will charge and take swings.
Awesome. First swing. That's a 3 plus.
6, so 9.
You hit it.
Cool.
I'm not going to make you make damage flip, so that one's gonna go away. And then, yeah, you definitely hit it with that one. So
let's go.
These duders do not require a lot. They do not have a high defense.
Heck yeah. For flavor purposes, she'll just like swing through one, and it was just so weak that it just kept going.
Yeah, it just goes.
Oh, well, that was easier than I thought.
Now it's Maeve's turn.
Right. Maeve is gonna step toward this one and go for it with the whip and hopefully hit.
Alrighty. 3 plus
5. That's an 8.
8. Can you cheat in something that's a higher? You need we just need a 9. Total.
I'll cheat in the. What did we? Well, sorry, it was 5. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna use the 6.
Okay.
And that'll put me at an 11.
All right. And that means this one's dead.
And also, just to ask, because I forgot to ask earlier, because I failed a flip with a black joker, do I still get to draw a card from failing?
Yes, because it's your...
On the pursuit, yeah.
Yeah. You're on the pursuit, yes. Even a black joker.
I forgot. I got to do that earlier, too.
That's fine. Just draw one. Just draw one now. It's fine.
Okay.
I am not the meanest Fate Master ever.
It also says may advance heavy melee or training skill.
That's later on when we finish. When I tell you to advance. So.
Okay.
Alrighty. This Skellywag is going to try to attack. It's going to try to attack with the boarding pistol. Your defense is a 2 for Ember, correct?
Yes.
Oh, barely hits you, so it's going to be at minus flip. That is going to be... Ember takes 3 damage.
Okay. Protected to 2, right?
Yeah.
Rounds. Okay.
That one's he's been gonna try to close the distance, but he can't do anything after that. So top of the round.
Yeah, just gonna walk on over with like not really kind of like looking around to see if there's anyone else there, just kind of slash into it with the sword.
All right. You get it.
Yeah. anything else that looks like it's going to jump out and kill us?
No.
Cool.
Let's see. So,
And this is why a proper crew is regimented and trains 8 times a day.
as you make your way through the lower decks, you feel yourself like uncomfortably watched. Like, and it's not like you see anything out of the shadows. And we are going to be making. I'm going to be having you make some checks as you get through this ship and you get closer and closer to Black Tongue Bonnet. Are there any specific places you're looking to hopefully try to find her at? Because obviously she's not in the captain's quarters.
I think. Okay. Well, this is my own personal theory. Is obviously if like it was a mutiny, she probably wasn't the captain before she was, undead. So what if the captain had, a particular dislike for her and kind of kept her up in like the lower rungs, which means we're going to be going deeper and deeper into the bowels of it. It seems quite probable that like literally at the bottom regarding the whole saltwater thing. Maybe
Might as
somewhere
well
there's a
give it a
slight
try.
hole in the bottom of the boat and it's slowly but surely filling up, end up killing, like drowning her or something.
You do, Maeve, you do remember that, like, you're pretty sure Mary Blacktongue Bonnet was the captain and that a mutiny happened against her.
Okay. Maeve is like, that's, I mean, creative, but I think that Mary Bonnet is the captain we're dealing with now, and she's the one who is betrayed by the crew.
Ah, well, I mean, yeah, you're the one that's supposed to have a thing. I was just more theorizing.
Sounds
You said there's a
like,
mutiny.
yeah, it sounds like if the other magic head lady was right, that the mutiny involved them stealing this stuff. So
Yeah, so if we are willing to return it to her,
maybe
can
her
be like,
soul
hey,
progressed.
we found the thing. We fought off. I mean, I'm personally very happy to talk to her about this. We found some pirates washed up ashore with some looted treasure that they tried to steal from the local townsfolk. We bravely fought them off and thought we'd return the rightful possessions to you.
I like all of that, except it might be easier to just say we found it, since I already told the other one that we found it in a bush.
I mean, I'm significantly worse at telling the truth.
Well, yeah, so just tell a lie of omission, right?
But I can definitely do. Yes,
Great.
I'm starting to like you.
Let's go. Oh, we need to move on then. Don't do friends. Let's go.
While that was going on, how does stitching work for me?
Stitching is done to you, and it is and it helps you heal points per margin of success.
By the
Okay.
way, I can stitch you. I do have that skill as well, so.
Yeah, she was gonna try and like stitch up her arm while y'all were talking.
Do we have
Either
time
way,
for me to
maybe-
do a quick
I don't know how long it
stitch
takes.
check?
Yeah, and I will
Okay.
say that you can get a plus flip to it because you'll be having Ember also talking you. So
Through
let's
it.
see.
Like, oh, this needs to be put here. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
like-
Meave is basically having this I don't have friends conversation with Helen while stitching up her.
Yeah.
Okay,
Has Helen
sure.
noticed this is going on? Or does Helen
At
just
some
assume
point,
it's
probably.
medicine?
Oh, true. You might be assuming that it's like sutures. like stitches or something, like normal stitches.
Yeah.
That's probably a character choice on your part.
Because it ain't gonna go down too well if Helen works it out, but Helen's also not the smartest in the entire world.
Well, that's why she was gonna do it kind of discreetly.
I think Maeve probably would have looked at it and like looked at Ember like in the eyes and just been like, "That's a rough wound. Give me it. I'm good at stitches," and just.
She looks at you with a new light in her eyes. It's closer to trust than you've seen before. She holds out her arm. Because you can definitely see that the blood is not flowing like normal blood. It's very dark and it's very still. But there is a big gash there that needs to be closed.
Maeve starts to work on it. How did we do with that plus flip?
What's your stitching total? What's your AD for stitching?
+2.
So I'm better at it. What the hell?
What's your stitching total?
Mine's a 3.
All right.
I was gonna put it. I am gonna up that next time I have the opportunity if I can. But yeah, that was my base starting.
You are going to heal 3 wounds.
Yep.
On
nice.
Ember.
That's like half my health back. Thank you.
Yeah,
do I notice what's going on, Kim? I'm
really
curious.
Quickly.
Do you have any necromancy?
Lord, no.
No.
A bit of knowledge.
You're just like, oh, that wound looks bad. We probably need to get Ember to a doctor when she gets back.
That is a bit of knowledge. I'm not authorized for that information.
And Maeve's just kind of mumbling, like, oh yeah, it is bad. It's looks like it might have some sort of infection. I have a friend that had an infection like this before, and just kind of stitch it. But don't worry, we'll be able to fix it. Well, we'll be able to work with it.
I'm usually pretty good at healing.
Yeah,
my family knows some amazing doctors back Earthside. If you would like me to contact them.
No,
we could have someone called and brought to the.
Yeah, we'll see how she heals up, eh?
Fine.
Yeah, we'll see how. I'm all right at it, but if we need a specialist, we'll get a specialist. Wouldn't want to trouble them. Just kind of all right. Thanks for the guidance on that, Ember. Everybody's body works a little differently. Off we go then.
Alrighty. Y'all go deeper into the hold. There's a lot of things that are waterlogged. There's some bits and bobbles. Are you wanting to explore the ship a bit more, or are you trying to make a beeline straight for Mary?
In this instance, Maeve would be interested in going straight for Mary, but could be swayed.
Okay.
It's kind of gross. Helen's boots are damp. Helen wants out.
It's moist.
there's like weird black ichor on them, and the opponents don't even look scared as like Helen cuts into them. There's very little point for Helen being here right now.
All right. You make your way through. You're carefully picking through. There's partially flooded areas. Y'all, especially with Helen's like knowledge as a cutthroat, you're able to bypass a lot of just more scallywags. You hear what sounds like this like gurgling roar that's like on like behind one closed bulkhead, and you don't want to go anywhere near that. But you do finally you reach a place that seems to be a little bit more untouched than the rest of it. It's not gone through. It's not as the paint's not peeling. The wood's not rotting as much. And as the door opens, sending down a veil of dust and grit, or the door opens, sending down a veil of dust and grit. The room within is dark, crafted to match the slope of the ship's hull. Weird light reflects in the air, like underwater moats suspended in deep waves. What appears to be charts and ledgers decorate the opposite wall, and a variety of crates and metal boxes seem to be stashed here as well. Right as you step forward, something sends a pulse through the air. The sound of water rushes past your ears. In the corner of the room, concealed by darkness, is a figure. It is humanoid, but much broader and larger than any living being you've ever seen. One circular light flickers for a second before rising. You look directly into the diving suit's single ghostly eye, but it does not appear to move to attack you. It seems confused, as though waking from a long dream. An anchor is held loosely in its hand, but the suit's movements are slow. So, I am going to end us on a bit of a cliffhanger, but I do want y'all to see who you are going to be dealing with when you get in. And that is, can you see this fella?
Yeah.
This is the Wayward Mariner. And I'm going to I am ending today's session with you face to face with this intimidating, like, this fella, he towers over you, Ember, in this old school looking diving suit.
How does this man fit in the ship?
That is a very good question. And we will find out in 2 weeks. Thanks to everyone who joined us. And thanks for us finding out. I love the fact that we found out a little bit more about Maeve's lack of friend situation.
As she made a friend.
You know, for someone who says they don't have any friends, I think they've said I had a friend blank like 2 or 3 times this episode.
Yeah. Well, what happened to those friends?
Yeah, had. The keyword is had, because I don't have friends.
You don't have friends anymore.
Swore that off. Just a whole lot of trouble.
But yes, next time, our Fated will finish up this wonderful adventure and find out a little bit more about how this connects to their larger goals. Yes, McBluff, you also have friends. There's like 4 of them on this live stream right now. So yes, that's all for us today at the Play Weird stream. Thank you to CJ, Max, and Tessa of Ink and Lyre, and we will see you again soon.